Tonight, NBC5 investigates black market organs as hundreds of thousands of people wait for organ transplants.
A black market has sprung up of people willing to donate their organs for money, many of them right here in Chicago. Here's Tammy Leiter.
I'm plugged into a machine that keeps me alive.
Daniel Perez needs a kidney transplant. He's been waiting 18 months, and for now, dialysis is his only option.
This is life or death.
And it's that kind of desperation that has led some to extreme measures to circumvent the National Organ Donor List.
No one really thinks about the black market. Everyone knows that it exists, but no one really talks about that.
This black market is no longer hidden away in an underground world or restricted to only third world countries. NBC5 Investigates found people here in Illinois willing to sell their organs right out in the open, even though it's a crime. It only took a few clicks to put us in touch with an organ seller who advertised his kidney for $30,000. Our undercover cameras captured our meeting.
Yeah, actually, I was surprised. There's quite a few people. So.
Meet Michael Nelson, a divorced father of 3 who tells us selling his kidney would fix his financial problems.
I could help somebody out. They could help me out at the same time.
He says he is in perfect health.
15 to 10 miles a week.
You drink?
Socially.
Yeah. Smoke?
As we left the restaurant,
I need to tell you, I am a reporter with NBC, and I need to ask you a couple of questions.
But I can't do that.
You do know that it's a crime to do this.
Nelson is not alone. On the internet, we found dozens of other kidney sellers across the United States and thousands more worldwide, advertising their kidneys for big money. And emails from others claiming to be organ brokers and doctors allegedly willing to perform the illegal transplants.
People call me up just, saying that, I'm out of employment. I want to, sell my kidney to somebody.
That does happen.
But it does happen.
Living donor nurse coordinator Kathy Davis is part of the team that screens potential donors at the University of Chicago. And Dr. Yolanda Becker heads the team.
There has been a lot of concern about black market organs.
There are more than 122,000 people nationally on the wait list and hundreds just at this hospital. But Becker has turned away donors who she believes were selling their organs.
We do screen donors very, very carefully and very stringently.
As the state and national transplant list continues to grow, patients continue to die.
In Illinois, we lose about a patient a day dying on the waiting list.
This rapidly growing demand for organs only fuels the black market. More than 1 human organ is sold illegally every hour somewhere in the world. Most are kidneys.
It's tough to hear about people who could just go and buy a kidney when there's individuals like myself and others who are waiting patiently for years to receive one.
The supply and demand for organs has spurred talk within the medical community about the possibility of creating statewide pilot programs. These programs would allow the controlled sale of organs, but Congress has so far been reluctant to change the 1984 law. Now, Chicago law enforcement agencies tell NBC5 Investigates that there have never been any arrests for the illegal sale of organs, but any allegation would be investigated. Tammy Leitner, NBC5 Investigates.
This is happening all over the world, okay? Back in 2016, a national black market body parts ring was exposed in Michigan. Arthur Ratburn and his wife operated International Biological Incorporated, a Detroit area company known as IBI, and pled guilty to charges of selling and renting human remains that were infected with HIV, hepatitis, and other diseases.
And first at 6, the investigation of a business deal that deals in human body parts shifting from Detroit to Chicago as the feds launch a new raid.
And once again, hundreds of families will be left wondering if the bodies of loved ones have been bought and sold on the black market.
7 Action News investigator Jim Kirchner is here tonight with a story you'll see only on 7. Jim?
Stephen and Carolyn, this case started here, according to sources, when a man named Arthur Rathburn was shipping human body parts through Metro Airport. Get this. The box leaked blood. Those cargo haulers then called for help. Why were you stockpiling hundreds of human body parts here, sir? That's Art Rathburn. And remember his business 13 months ago? For 2 days, federal investigators dressed in hazmat suits removed body parts of 1,000 different people, Arms, legs, heads cut up and kept on ice, not embalmed, so they would be fresh for the black market. Today, the rundown warehouse on Detroit's east side is shuttered and up for sale. Sources say Rathburn's seized records led them to the Chicago area today, a business called Biological Resource Center in Rosemont. It's difficult to see from the outside, but sources say the hazmat suits and raid are underway on the 6th floor of this office building. The same paper trail led investigators to Biological Resource Center in Phoenix last January, and another raid removing body parts and corpses. There were also ties to similar businesses in Las Vegas. Since these dealt directly with the public, families were left without answers. Julie donated her husband Steve's body and was promised his cremated remains back in a month.
Confused and angry. We thought this was going to be doing some good. Yet it doesn't sound like it is.
What do you say to all those families who had no idea their loved ones were in here? Michigan pulled Art Rathburn's license last year after our reporting, even though they were told about his problems 2 years before.
You can go find out what the heck he is doing, and that wasn't done. Right?
Did we do something 2 years ago? No, we didn't. Are we doing an investigation now? Yes, we are.
Are you worried about going to prison? Now, no one has been charged by the feds yet. There are actually 2 locations involved in this raid going on right now in the Chicago area. The offices in Rosemont and the lab in another suburb where they have found body parts. But my sources say this case is winding down, and with this new evidence in Chicago, they can now finish this case after some 13 months.
This is so gruesome. Any idea how many families you're talking about here with loved ones that may be involved?
It's going to depend a lot on the records. It depends if they're talking hundreds or thousands, and with those records that they've seized, and are those records even up to date, or have they been doctored? That could be spelled out in an indictment once it's handed down.
You would not expect it necessarily to be accurate the way it's been handled so far. It could be.
That he had brain hemorrhage. They took the brain out of his skull, examined it, and they saw where his brain bled, brain hemorrhage usually. So he was dead. When he got hit in the head coming out that store, that's what I felt. He got hit, and that took him out. And I just hope and pray, as a mother, that my son did not feel that pain of them taking his organs out. Because, you know, researching online, it's easy to make a Y cut on your body. Come here and down the middle and you can pop all those major organs out of there. Cut a few little connecting tissues or things in there and just take them all out at once. And I just hope that he was dead and didn't get to feel that.